What's up, y'all? I am going out to lunch with my friend, so I wanted to do a little makeup look, but also I wanted to do a little get to know me as well. I'm going in with a face primer. This is the Juno & Co. Miracle Cream. So I am 20 years old. I was born and raised in Columbus, Ohio. My birthday is June 17th. So shout out to all my Geminis out there. I'm a Gemini, Taurus. Love my astrology. I'm actually extremely obsessed with astrology. Not like to the point where like I know like my like Jupiter and Mars and like all my planet placements, but like I'm pretty close. I love astrology. I think it's so interesting. I'm African American and Caucasian. My mom is Black and my dad is white. I have 4 siblings, 3 brothers and 1 sister. I'm the youngest of 5. Now I'm going in with the Urban Decay eye primer. I need a new one. This is just the original eye primer that they have because I know that they have like multiple ones, but this is the OG. I currently still live at home. I planned when I was 19 to move out of my house by the time I was 21, which is like still my goal. But I mean, I'm gonna be 21 this summer. But also I am scared to live by myself just because like people are scary. B, I want to just move in with my boyfriend and we have this like whole plan to like do all of that stuff, even though he said he wants to live by himself, and I was like, no you don't. So we'll see. I'm just kidding, but yeah, no, so I still live at home. I was homeschooled all my life. All my siblings went to school in middle school, I believe, because I sent them 2 at a time. So my 2 older brothers went, I think, in 7th grade. My sister went in her 7th grade, and then they sent my my other brother with her, and he was in, or no, my sister was in 8th grade, and my brother was in 6th grade. So they sent him with her so she would have somebody. He didn't want to go to school though. I was given the choice to either, oh, sorry, I keep forgetting. I'm using the James Charles palette. I don't really know what color I'm using. Let's see, hold on. I taped the names on the top. I don't know, it's some kind of like, it's like a neutral color just to help with blending. I'm doing just a neutral eye makeup today. I should have done my brows first. I'm gonna do my brows first. But yeah, I was given the choice to either go to school or stay home, and I chose to stay home. And yeah, I just stayed all the way up until high school graduation. I graduated in 2020. Such a great year to graduate. I have 2 doggies. We've literally had a dog my entire life. I don't think there was like a very short like window when we didn't have a dog, and it's probably like when my sister like moved out of the house, or like, yeah, that's like when my sister like moved out of the house, because my sister always needed to like have a dog. But so right now we have 2 doggies. We have Kilo, which is my brother's dog. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm going in with the Got To Be glue on my brows. I'm just using a spoolie brush. But Kilo is a Brindle pit bull. He's the cutest little cuddler love bug thing ever. He is a very much troublemaker, but he's still the cutest thing in the world. And then my dog, I have a Great Dane. Her name is Kalua. She's actually in the room with me right now. I got her when I was 17. She was like a birthday present, and it was really good because it was like a really little time in my life. So, which is honestly why they got me a dog, and because I've always wanted a Great Dane. So yeah, I'm surprised that my mom budged on getting another dog, but she did. All of my siblings and I are pretty like close in age. The oldest one is like 7 years older than me, I think. The ages, so the 3 oldest are all like a year apart, and then between my sister, my brother, and I, we're all 2.5 years apart. The oldest just turned 28. The second oldest, so it goes boy, boy, girl, boy, girl. The second oldest is, I believe, he'll be 27. His birthday's the day after mine, so his birthday's June 18th. He'll be 27, I think. And then my sister, I think, is 25. I don't know. And then my other brother, I think he's 23. I think. I only know that because he's a year older than my boyfriend. My boyfriend and I have been dating for a little over a year. We started talking in August of 2020, and he asked me out in November of 2020. Actually, funny story, because I don't think anybody like knows our story really, but so he knew about me for like 2 years, which he would deny, but I don't know why he denies it, because he literally told me the story. He like followed me and I didn't follow him back, and so he unfollowed me. And then January of 2020, he had like DM'd me and was like, I'm just cleaning up my the glue with my cellar water. So he DM'd me, and at the time I was in a situationship. That's what we're calling it. So yeah, I was in a little situationship at the moment, and he had like, I don't know, I think he like complimented me, and then he like asked me for my Snapchat, and I was like, oh, like I don't really use Snapchat, which is like a bold-faced lie, because Snapchat was like my most used app at the time. I used to be in love with Snapchat. I'm not so much anymore. But yeah, so then time went on. I got out of my situationship in like April, and then in August of 2020, I slid in his DMs, and then I realized that he had slid on me, and I curved him, and I was like, oh, this is awkward. And so at the time I was like, I can't ask for his snap. So I was like, okay, like what's the best way to like contact you? And we just started like iMessaging, and then we started talking, and I think we hung out like immediately after, like 2 days after we had started talking online. Because he had to go back to college, and he said he wanted to see me like before like he left. So yeah, we like met up, we went to our downtown area, and then I'm going back in with the neutral color. Yeah, so we like went down to our downtown area, and we just like sat there and like talked and stuff. And he said at first he didn't know if he was gonna like me, because he said that I talked like a mean girl, which like whatever, I don't really know what he's talking about. I think I talk normal, but I don't know. He said that when I'm telling stories I talk like a mean girl. Anyways, but yeah, so we met up, he went back to college. He wanted to see me like 2 days in a row, but I was like, I couldn't, because the person I was friends with at the time, like we were going, I was like seeing her off as she was going to college too, and like I obviously wasn't gonna pick a dude over my friend at the time. So yeah, so then he went to college. He came back like a couple weeks later, just to like keep me interested, he said. And yeah, we just kind of like hit it off, really, for real. Personally, I mean, I don't know. He said he didn't like the way I talked, but he said it was only for like that date. He said I don't actually talk like that. Just when I'm telling the story, because he'll tell me like even to like this day, he'll be like, yeah, I know when like you're telling a story, like when you have that voice, I know you're telling a story. I'm like, oh, whatever. But yeah, so yeah, and then November he asked me out, and the rest is history. This light is really bright. Okay. When I was in high school, I did 3 sports. I did swimming from the time I was 5 to the time I was 17. I did diving for a year. I did volleyball for almost 2 years. And then my junior year, I stopped all my sports because I was supposed to go into cosmetology school. But it just like literally didn't work out for me, which is fine because I think it's for the best, because I realized that like later on I didn't actually want to like do like makeup or hair or anything else like on other people. Like I truly just like doing that stuff on me. And like I've gotten like comments and DMs where people like, oh my god, like you should be like a hairstylist, and I'm like, no, I don't know, I just like doing my own hair, my own makeup. Like you can like, my mom asked me to do her makeup like for things, and I'm like, girl, I don't want to. I really just don't want to. Okay, I'm going in with like a darker brown shade just to kind of give my eyes some dimension. Can I zoom this in? Okay. I don't really know what kind of look I'm going for. I'm just kind of like going with the flow, which is like how all my makeup looks just go. I just go with the flow, and wherever it takes me, it takes me. But yeah, so I was supposed to go into cosmetology my junior year. We went to like the like cosmetology center. They what is it called? The career center, and showed me like the school and like all of that great stuff. And then first they denied me because they didn't have my transcripts, but like they also didn't ask for my transcripts. So I was just like, okay, like whatever, I really don't care that much, because like I was already second guessing myself on if I even wanted to do cosmetology school, and like how my mom put the money into that. So it was fine. It kind of like worked out for the best. Oh, why did I just do that? It kind of, yeah, just like worked out for the best. And then I went to my mom's friend because she owns a salon, and she was like, oh, like you can just do like, you know, like some work here for me, and then eventually work up to being like a cosmetologist. And so I did for like, why is it patchy right there? I did that for like a couple, it might have been like a week or 2, I don't know. But and then I texted her and I was like, hey, like this just isn't for me anymore. So yeah, I just stopped doing that altogether. And I had made a Instagram page, and I just started doing that. And I just did makeup like for fun. That was kind of like where I went with always like been into doing my hair. I've been doing my hair since I was like, for some reason the eye primer came out patchy. But back to my story. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I've been doing my hair since I was like, I don't know, like 8. And I remember that because I remember well, I was always into like bows and like just like hair accessories. But this one time I was like at church, and this girl was like, oh my god, you know how to put your hair in a ponytail? I was like, yeah, don't you? But yeah, my mom taught me and my sister how to like do our hair and stuff when we were young. She taught me like the basics of braiding, and then like told me that I had to like figure out the rest, which like I did. So yeah, but I've always been into like doing my hair and my makeup and stuff, which was hard for me because like I wasn't allowed to like wear makeup outside the house until I think I was like 12. And the second that I got to like wear makeup, I like took advantage of that, and my favorite makeup artist was James Charles, but obviously with all the accusations and things against him, I literally was like, yeah, I can't support you anymore. So yeah, but my favorite makeup artist was James Charles. I love Kylie Jenner. I love her palettes and stuff like that. I used to always get all her stuff for like Christmas and my birthday and stuff. So yeah. Okay, we're gonna try this again, but I'm gonna do it with this side because I think that was my problem, was I was doing it with the bigger side, and so it was just kind of like going places. I think I started to like actually like get into actual makeup looks when I was in high school. I think that's when I discovered James Charles and stuff. So I'm going back in with that same brown shade to add the dimension I was talking about earlier. I don't think I ever wanted like makeup to be like a profession. I think I always just liked to do it for fun. I am gluten and dairy free. Well, I'm supposed to be, but like that literally probably lasted for like a couple months, and then I was like, you know what, that's just no. So I had found out in like, I don't know, I think I had found out in like August last year that I was gluten-free, and the only way that I found that out was because I was like, I've always had these like low-key stomach issues sometimes, like after when I eat, or like I just get like really bad like acid reflux, and I thought it was because I drank lemonade a lot, because I used to have like an obsession with lemonade, but that just like was not the case. So I like went to my mom and I was like, hey, I literally think I need to go to like, and I was always like bloated and I was really constipated and stuff, and the only way that I could like get that out is if I drink coffee, which is like fine with me because I love coffee. But yeah, I told my mom and I was like, hey, I think I need to like literally go to the allergist. I don't think I told you guys what I'm doing with this. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm literally just putting makeup on and seeing where it goes. So I'm starting like in the front corner, starting the dimension, and just like slightly going above like my eyelid and just kind of like swooping it out a little. That's the vision we're going with right now. I think I'm actually going to cut crease it, not gonna lie. Feels like a kind of cut crease moment. So I'm making sure to add a lot of depth up top. I'm making sure to add a lot of depth up top before I cut my crease. But yeah, so she took me to the allergist and showed up was I was allergic to gluten and all that great stuff. It's more of like an intolerance than like an allergy. Same thing with like I can eat things with dairy in it and I'm like lactose intolerant, but if I do like drink milk straight, which I would never do in my life, I'm not really sure why I would do that. Well, I mean, when I was eating Oreos this one time at somebody's house, I had to, and that's actually how I found out that I was legitimately allergic to milk, because I woke up and my throat was closed up a little, like it was really hard to breathe. So I'm glad that it didn't get like any further than what it was that morning. But yeah, so I am allergic to milk, but I am lactose intolerant also. And then I think I'm just like intolerant to gluten, because sometimes I can eat gluten and I'm literally like fine. Same thing with dairy. And then sometimes I'll eat it and like I'll be bloated for like 3 days. So that's just my life. Okay, now I'm going to use this concealer from Kylie Cosmetics. It's the Chai one. and a little brush to help me, yeah. I love the color palette of like anything neutral, like earthy tones. That's like my vibe. That's been my vibe for like a year now. I love it. And like, why wouldn't you? Because like, it's just, it goes with everything. It's so nice. Okay, so now I'm just going to draw like a really light thin line to cut my crease. You don't want to start off, I mean, at least I don't, but you don't want to start off too heavy with like the concealer and stuff. I'm probably not even gonna cut it all the way. I'm probably going to do I keep spitting. I'm probably gonna do like a little half crease moment. But yeah, I love neutral colors, as you can tell from my Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, I don't know, I feel like you should. So, hey, Kahlua, can you stop barking? Thanks. Started my TikTok in like early, like, I think like in the new year of 2020 is when I started my TikTok, I think. Like, I already had a TikTok in 2019 because I was like watching TikToks, because previously in middle school I had Musical.ly, and I think TikTok was like the other app that people just like didn't care that much for. And obviously there was like Triller and stuff like that. But yeah, I had originally had a Musical.ly, and so then I got back on and it was TikTok, and I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I was just on there. I don't think I posted for like a while. So my dog is barking. I don't know what she's barking in the background, but she's finding something to bark at. I don't think I posted anything for a while, and then one day, I don't know if I was doing my makeup or if I was like doing, I don't know, I was doing something, but I did my makeup, and then, you know, people kind of liked that. And then I did this video where I was like, curly hair check, and people were like swarming me. They're like, oh my god, like, what do you use on your hair? Like, we need products, like all of that stuff. And I was like, bet. So I never like went onto TikTok with the intention to like blow up. I've always loved social media. So like I wasn't against the idea, but it was never like my intention to go in there and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna become famous, I'm gonna do it. Not that I'm even consider myself famous, because I'm not, but said early 2020, I don't know what my dogs are barking at. Early 2020, I started posting hair videos, just like stuff that I would do with my hair, stuff that I would use in my hair, and all that stuff. And it just kind of grew from July of 2020. I think it was July. Yeah, I think in July of 2020, I turned my makeup page into a hair page, and I just went from there. And I would just take the videos that I posted on TikTok and put them on there. Okay, so you see how like it's like a little cut? And now I'm just going to put a lighter shade in the middle. I've always seen this look somewhere, but I've never actually done it. My hands are still like kind of green from I put like that, like a green temporary hair dye in my hair yesterday, so yeah. Okay, I'm going in with this light shade from Kylie's, I think it's her bronze palette, I'm not really sure. I'm just going to tap that on the front. But yeah, I'm so like grateful for that though, because it was like really unexpected. It was kind of like an overnight thing, like that, like that first video that I posted, like, I had gotten like pretty good views like on my makeup stuff, but the first video that I posted of my curly hair, like the curly hair check, it like, I mean, for me at the time, it like blew up, and it got me like 10,000 followers, over 10,000 followers, honestly, overnight. Everything happened overnight, and then like my you know, my hair page on Instagram started growing, and then my main page started growing, and then I just started creating other platforms like YouTube and Pinterest and stuff like that. When I was in high school, I actually had my first like job when I think I was like 15 or 16, I don't remember. And it was at Roosters. I think the person that does our yard is here, which is why my dog is barking. But my friend's gonna be like, why are you so dressed up? I just want to do a makeup look, I'm sorry. But just because I feel like there's not enough dimension up there, I'm gonna add just a little bit more. I'm just gonna go on with this brown, with this little brown shade in the Kylie palette. When I was in high school, I worked at Roosters for like literally, I'm not even kidding, I worked there for a week, and yeah, it was probably the worst experience of my life. I was getting bullied by the person that was supposed to be training me, and like she didn't even train me that well, and so she would just like leave me up at the front, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, okay, yeah, which is weird because like she requested to train me. So anyways, yeah, so she just literally went to bully me. And then my mom is a photographer, so she did like this photo shoot. She did this photo shoot for this dress place, and they recruited me. They're like, oh my god, like we want you to be an ambassador, like you're so pretty, and da da da, and like if you want to work here too. And I was like, okay, cool. And so I, you know, was an ambassador for them, and then I started working there, and I worked there from when I was 16 till I think the pandemic started when I was 18. Yeah, so I worked there until COVID got serious and we went into lockdown. And I had 2 jobs in high school. I had the dress shop, and then I worked at just like a boutique like retail store at my local mall. And I worked at both of those places. I loved them both. I stopped working at both places. One of them, the boutique, it actually shut down due to COVID. And the dress shop, they just like didn't like bring us back. I think they just like got new people, which is fine because there was starting to be drama there for no reason. And then I just kind of like didn't like do like a 9-to-5 job for like a month. I just kind of like stayed at home. I went and worked at this one place at my other mall, and it was a very just a traumatic experience. Like they're just doing things that they just shouldn't have. And also there was a shooting twice. It's not funny, it was actually very like traumatizing for me. There was a shooting, and I had customers in my store, and so I kind of just had to like, I really just went into like this mode of like just like protecting the people that I was with and like making sure they were okay, and then like getting myself out. I don't know. But yeah, my store managers didn't handle that situation very well. So yeah, And then I worked one Saturday by myself and it was terrible. And I texted my manager and I was like, hey, I'm putting my 2 weeks in. And then there was another shooting literally like 2 weeks later. And I texted her and I was like, hey, I'm quitting on the spot because I just don't feel safe coming back there. I didn't go back to that mall until literally a couple weeks ago, which like it was a year ago, like this month that I quit. So I didn't go to that mall for like a year. It just like it really just, I don't know, did something to me. I mean, obviously whenever you're around a shooting, like that's gonna like affect you in some way because it's scary. So yeah, they evacuated the place immediately though. And then, so when I left from that job, that was when I took like a month break from like doing like a 9 to 5. And then I started to get really sad being at home. So I went around to my other local mall and I started to look for a job. And I just went around asking, and then I ended up in Brandy Melville and I wrote down my information. She got back with me like literally a day later and I started working there within like the next week. And I worked there up until the beginning of February. And now I just do social media full time, which is like amazing because like I never like would have thought that would be something that I would be doing, that I could like achieve, but it is, and I literally can't thank you guys enough for making this possible for me. So yeah, I do that full time. It's like really fun because like I just like, obviously like there I have like rules from like when I do brand deals and stuff, but like I'm pretty much on my own schedule and I just have like free time to like do whatever and hang out with whoever and, you know, spend more time with my puppy, which I love, and just like do things that I couldn't do with like a 9 to 5. So just really grateful for that. I honestly just recently became an aunt, which is like, that's weird. That's like the first time I said that. But not really just recently. He's almost 6 months, so he's almost a year. He'll be a year in September. But my second oldest brother, which is like the one that I'm closest with, it's his baby. So his name is Damien Gray. He's literally like the calmest baby ever, and he has like a mean mug face, which is like funny because like so does my brother, like just like a resting face. Right, hold on. There we go. Now you guys can kind of see. Okay, so this is the look so far. She's doing pretty good. I feel like that's why I turned the lighting up, because it was so dark on my face. I don't know why my phone's acting up. Literally have never been out of the country. I want to, and like I don't know, I want to, and now that I have a boyfriend, I got my little protector with me, so I feel safe to go out of the country now. I mean, shoot, even in this country, I'm still not safe. But it's just like if I go to a place with like, you know, different languages, it'll definitely be harder. One particular like place that I want to visit, I mean France. I'm in love with like everything like French, and I feel like my followers are starting to like realize that, like, I don't know, you guys always ask me if I'm French or like stuff like that. I just really love like the French speaking language, and I love French music, and I love all kinds of music. Like I listen to French music. I don't know if it's called Hawaiian music, but like that music. I just listen to a lot of different like musics. Okay, I'm gonna give my eyebrows some color just because like they're against such a dark eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna fill in some of the spots. But yeah, no, I really just love like the French speaking language. I've always loved it. I listen to Spanish music and that stuff. Which is actually funny because my boyfriend was like, actually, you know more Spanish songs than I do because he's half Panamanian, so it's like, you know, I don't know, I've always just been in love with like other cultures' music. I like the vibes that they have, and I honestly love listening to songs where like I don't know the lyrics. Like when I hear a new song and I don't know the lyrics to it, like I don't know why, but it's like my favorite. I feel like that's also why I like other like languages, because like I don't really know what they're saying. Some words, but like I don't really know all of what they're saying, and so I'm just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing that I have, where I prefer to listen to songs that I don't really know. I'm gonna put my lashes and mascara on. I'm using the Rimmel London Scandalized Curve mascara. I prefer this brush because it's bigger. I think I've said that before, but just telling you. Got to shoot for Pure Vita, which like I was like shook because they had DM'd me and then they had emailed me as well, and I was like confused at first. I was like, Pure Vita? I was like, what? But yeah, they were like, hey, like come out and shoot. I was like, oh my god. So I got to go to California for the first time. It was just like literally like a half a day trip. But yeah, I was there and I shot with them, and yeah, it was really fun. I met some really great people. I still talk to the people today. They're just such amazing people. I loved them, and I'm excited for the future. Hopefully I get to shoot with them again. It was such a fun experience. It was really cool because it was like a Hello Kitty shoot, and it was very like 2000 theme, which is like perfect because like I feel like my style kind of like relates to like the 2000s vibe. Okay, so I went off camera and did it, but I put my eyelash on. I have to fix it, but and yes, I put my eyelashes underneath if you haven't already seen my other makeup video. And today I'm using the Jubilee Kiss lashes. I had to go get my other ones. I was supposed to go get them yesterday, but I was too lazy. And I'm just gonna like push my real lashes and the fake ones together. Okay, now I'm going in with this NYX Professional liner, and I already put it on like the top waterline, and now I'm gonna put it on the bottom. Maybe, hold on. I'm gonna apply mascara to my bottom lashes, and I'm gonna do the other eye, and I'm gonna come back for the face part. I tried to use like a liquid blush from like Rare Beauty, but I don't know, I feel like I prefer like the powder blush more. I feel like it blends in with my skin more. My favorite shows are Gossip Girl, Pretty Little Thing, The 100, and The Walking Dead. I am waiting for the new season of, I think The 100 is coming out with a new season. Like, they have to. And then The Walking Dead, I'm waiting for season 11. I've literally been watching The Walking Dead since I was 11. Now I'm rewatching Good Trouble, because so Good Trouble is like, I don't want to say it's like a spin-off, but it's like a like, I don't know, prequel, whatever you call it. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what they call it in the movie world, but it's basically, if you watch The Fosters, it's Ariana and Callie. They like go off and like do their life together. But yeah, so I'm like rewatching like the 2 seasons. I think they're coming out with a 3rd season, which I just saw, which is why I'm rewatching it, because I just don't remember what happened, because it's been a while since I watched it. So I'm rewatching that right now. I love rewatching like my old shows like Gossip Girl and Pretty Little Liars and The 100 and The Walking Dead. I just like, I'm not all the way through, but watching The 100 and Gossip Girl right now. I like to like have those as like background noises, or honestly just to rewatch them, because I enjoy the shows a lot. I've been watching Gossip Girl since I was 12, so, which I think is like when like the last season aired. Okay, I'm going in with the Kylie and Jordan highlight palette. Okay, my makeup is all finished and I'm getting ready to go, but I hope you guys enjoyed this little get to know me. Yeah, thank you so much for watching.